Hello, everybody. Hi, how are you? And I was asked by Rick Drew about a few weeks ago to come out and make a presentation into this, community meeting, Canyon Country community meeting. And I thought I was going to meet with a lot of new faces I never met. But I'm kind of surprised that there's a few people I hate to see because they wake me up at night. Okay, and they're very persistent. Every meeting they show up, okay, and say the same thing, okay? So anyway, I'm here, so, I'm going to talk about very briefly about the projects, right? Sand Canyon Resort and Spa, I think it could be a hot button. Anyway, I won't tell you much about who I am. I just came here as a poor immigrant from Korea in '76. My American dream could be become an engineer. So after hard work, start doing the work in the warehouse, make $2.50 an hour, went to school at night. My dream came true, become an engineer and Lytton Data Systems. I think one of the people we worked together. And then I moved on for a small company and started startups is very rare, high techs at the time. So I started a garage, I made it after hard work, and then I started another one. And I made very successful. I think probably one of the most successful entrepreneur back in 1990s. So I made a lot of money, a lot of people made a lot of money from me. And then I become so rich, moving to a huge home at the Hornby Hills. And in 6 months, I wasn't happy because I was just always pursuing things, right? And there's always challenge ahead of me, wake me things at night. So I always try to make sure I don't want to fail, and I want to make it happen. So life got bored, and then I went back. I really sold everything, and I moved back to Korea in 2007 to find something interesting. So I already had the foundation. I actually have a big foundation set it up in 1997. So with that, I'm really giving out about $2 million a year, okay, with the kind of income I make. And I also have a foundation in Korea, a foundation in China, a lot of things, scholarships. And then I went there and I published the book. I started to become invited to a lot of lectures. Okay, so I spoke about 150 lectures a year in front of CEOs, and then I started to really focus on more poor kids, because kids are like old days. We got like 5-6 kids in a family when you're poor. Now we got 1 or 2 kids. Their parents want them to be lawyers and doctors. So from early on, when they're very young, they're really driven to schooling and private institutions on. Their life get really sick. So I just gone through so many lectures. For that, I really set up that Korean, the Steve Kim, not Steve Kim, Dream Whole Future Leadership Center. And I've done that for 10 years. I have about 40, 50 instructors, 2 of them going out to each school spend 16 hours in a class, okay? Fully 16 hours of class. And we just make them try to change their lives. So we're still doing that with about 40,000 kids. We're touching their lives every year, okay? So anyway, and after 10 years, and I heard I was involved with this Robbins Ranch golf course as a limited partner back in 2005, and I thought this is failing. There's no water. We're losing a lot of money. And the partner was in charge wanted put that up in sale. Gosh, it's such a beautiful place. Over 300 acres. You want to sell it at that price? Oh my goodness. So I said, I'll take it over. That was like 2016 in April, okay? And when there's no rain, there's no water, it was all dried out. So I took it over and started to do, what can I do better? So instead of 36 holes golf course, I changed to 18. There's not many people playing golf anyway. I don't know if you noticed that there's really golf population dropped significant. Young people doesn't get into golf. They all get into this, okay? So you don't need that many holes. We didn't have water, so close down to 18. And try to water a little more. And then what happened? We got fire happened 2017, just around our corner. And it just swept it through. I wasn't here in 20, 30 minutes. Swept it around. And then, so, after the fires got cut off, and, so we start to put a lot of sauce, try to making changes, clean it up. And then it got very heavy rain. Probably we hadn't had it for 20, 30 years. And it poured it on the bare mountains. So we had the mudslides about 3 times. So I put all the sauce in, the mudslides came in, I cleaned it up and came back again, okay? So it was really tough. First, when I took it over, I thought I want to just come here, manage from the Korea, have a general managers in, but way too much work. I want to make sure get things done right. So I end up, bought a place in Koreatown, and we start to live here. To work, I had to get up here 6 in the morning. And I had the restaurant to run. Sometimes I had to just go home about 9, 10 o'clock, 7 days a week. And with that effort, miraculously, with the loss of rain, it changed like this. I should say this is one of the most beautiful land we have. Landscape is most beautiful golf courses around Southern California. Okay? Everybody says, wow, it's unbelievable. This is one of them. Like this is a 75 beautiful homes overlooking it. Like this is a mountain. So made is a 36 hole to 27 holes. But what's more amazing is, just completely bare after everything got burnt out. Okay? We got so much rains on 3 consecutive years. Things would happen. This oak tree which got burnt out. You start to see there's nothing around and all the sages grow. Oak trees start to grow. Okay? Look at this. It was a bear. Right? Look at how beautiful it is. Isn't it amazing? If you agree with me, please clap. Please, it's beautiful. Look at that. Okay? This, by the way, is my beautiful wife. We're coming up here in the morning, we cry sometimes because there's a Mother Nature. Oh my goodness, how this could be. Okay? So anyway, miraculously, things turned around. I don't have to worry about the water. So now it's just converting back to 27 beautiful golf courses. I got 9 holes left. What am I going to do with this? I was looking, what should I do with this? I met with a neighbor saying, by the way, we have visitors or relatives come here. There's no place to stay. So they have to stay in Valencia. Why don't you just build a little hotel? Oh, yeah? By the way, when I was raising kids, right? In Beverly, I got 3 kids. I want to get away with the kids on the weekends and long weekends. When I'm busy with business, you can plan ahead. So when I try to go, look around, where's the resorts? The only thing I can find nearby is Ojai Valley Inn, which is still 75 miles away from LA. You cannot book that place. If you try to book that place during the weekends, anytime, you can book in the weekends. So, wow, it's right. There's really no resorts in Los Angeles, LA County, with 10 million people. So what if I build the resort? So here is the 27 holes. We got 18 holes with valley, desert, and mountain. And here's a home, 75 homes. And there's 9 holes. Hey, what if we just build a resort? There's nothing around. Okay? Another thing is when I lived in LA for 30 years, I never heard about Santa Clarita. I used to live in LA, East LA I moved to Simi Valley, I moved to Agora Hills, I moved to Calabasas, then I moved to Beverly. I know all the western part of LA just grew. You know how much it grew? Traffic so bad. But I never heard about Santa Clarita. When I move over to go to the Mammoth, we're just passing by, right? We didn't see this golden gem is sitting inside in the canyon country, okay? Until I get involved in the golf courses, okay? So we got 29 holes. Wow, this is great for the resorts, all right? Probably get there like a Santa Clarita really in the name known, right? But not only that, there's a project site. It's amazing. That place where we try to set it up really have 360-degree views anywhere. It's just kind of sitting high. You're sitting on the east, looking at west, looking at all sides, has just beautiful views. Okay? There's nothing like that. And so I started saying, wow, what? So we benchmarked the Ojai Valley in Terrania, many Pelican Hills, many resorts my wife and went around. And what kind of resorts I want to build? If I want to build, what do you think? I want to build the best. Anybody say, wow, kind of experience anywhere we go. We have that environment, landscapes. We have the views, okay? I want to have a 9-foot ceiling. Every room has the balconies, okay? Anywhere you go, all the kind of interiors and furnitures, just like you purchase it, you shopping around Mellows. Really high-end furnitures, okay? That's what I'm used to. I want to be the best, okay? So anyway, this is the view. And since we have like 75 acres, we want to build a very nice, about 12-acre recreation area, open to public. You can have a putting green, you can have the kids, playgrounds, tennis courts, pickleball. There's no tennis court, pickleballs on the canyon country. And I want to build a nice 9-hole. You can have anybody who haven't played the golf, they can chip in pot there. Okay? It's just fun place. It's open to public. Right? And I know that open space is a very big deal in this canyon, Sand Canyon. So they leave the big open space. Then there's a lot of oak trees. I want to make sure I don't want to touch any single big oak trees. So we designed around to it. And then I had to move very small 20 oak trees. It happened overnight? No, I planned this for over 2 years, and I spent about $3 million for it so far. Okay? So the hotel become, I got total about 392 rooms. You can think it's big. I can show you there's a many resort. Terrania has 600 rooms. Again, Los Angeles, you cannot find a resort anybody. And you don't want to turn away people saying, I'm sorry, I don't have a room. Okay, when I have the piece of lands, why not? Okay? And let them come in and enjoy. Okay? Let's share what we have. So anyway, it has hotels and, ballrooms. In Santa Clarita, the biggest ballroom is in Hyatt Hotel. It has I went there, about 300 from dining. You cannot even walk in between the tables, chairs. So big events, they have to go to Universal Studio. I'm not sure you're aware of that. Santa Clarita has really grown up. Must be very small. Now it's over 250,000 people. It's still growing. Right? It's the 3rd largest city in Los Angeles, LA County. So we just had the ballrooms, villas, meeting rooms, because there was a lot of corporates. Big corporations want to have the workshops, right? Once a year, bring all their people around the country and get to a nice place. They have conferences, wine and dine, bring their wives, and that's what a lot of things do. So we need to have that kind of, event halls and meeting rooms to accommodate that. But to do that, I need to have a room. I may get too excited? Just spas and swimming pools for adults and kids and so on. Anyway, this is the real scale, three-dimensional architecture's view. It's a real dimensional. You can turn it around. You can build like this, just not pictures. This is how it is. There's the hotels, in the lobby, restaurants, ballrooms, the spas, and another we call spa garden inns. Every room has a view. Underneath, we have some villas. Okay? This kind of entry. There's a swimming, spa, gyms, beauty salons. This is the way you look at those areas. Villas, villa elevations. Again, we don't have, when you start the business, what do you look at first? Competitiveness, all right? Are you competing with someone, all right? But we don't have anything around. So I don't have to worry about the competitions because nothing like that. There's nothing like is Sand Canyon Resorts. Okay, around surrounding beauties, everything. There's nothing like that in LA, in California. Inland California, we're the best. If you go to Palm Springs, all flat. There's a golf courses, resorts. Okay? And just views, 35, so close to LA. You maybe 2-3 hours away, but only 35 minutes away. It's just beautiful locations. And balcony views. Another thing is, Sand Canyon area is known for horse property. There's 2-3 acres. They used to raise a lot of horses. I don't see anybody riding horses. Okay? I think this will bring back horse activities. When I was raising my daughter, I used to go to Burbank because my daughter loved the horseback riding. So I had to take, from when I used to live in Calabasas, it takes 50 minutes. I go there every Saturday and within a little track, I used to ride the horses. When they come here with the kids, right? Especially kids got sick with all this, smartphones. This is the best thing to do. So I think the horse activity will rise. You're going to see a lot more kids and people start to ride the horses. And family related and all that. What's the benefit? Again, true 5-star amenity, best amenity. You may be missing it too in the Santa Clarita. If they get their names known. In Canyon Country, there's nothing happens. Okay, there's nothing exciting. Maybe more happens to the Valencia area. That's what I hear. And it creates, about 500 jobs. Ojai Valley Inn is smaller resort, have 700 jobs. But I think I could manage about 500 jobs. Think of it, 500 families. In the morning, I feel sad because I'm coming the other way around. They sit in the car, hour and a half to 2 hours, get over the hill to work along in the LA or in San Fernando Valley. I feel bad, sad for it. If I create good jobs, I think that's really mean a lot, okay? And also, EDC in San Clarita, they done the work. It will add about $80 million economy to the Santa Clarita. Economy means there's more things going on, okay? More businesses. And, I've done some studies in Ojai Valley and around the area. You know that you've been in Ojai. There's really nothing. Compared to here, it's just like a remote suburb, rural area. You can compare it. But if you look at their property values, I should say at least twice. You search for it. I mean, you go in there and there, search for the real estate and compare the acre land to acre lands. Anyway. And also city, you contribute what the best tax is, whatever tax we generate, city could utilize for the city, for the community. And I'm willing to open, everything is open to public, okay? Any amenities, you could use it at 25% off. When you bring your families on, whatever you do. Neighbors' concern. Yeah, there was actually about 25 years ago when the Robbins Ranch Road was built. I'm sure there's a lot of positions, just like today, about golf course being built in the Sand Canyon. So eventually went through, but they called it, I don't know the legal, opening space for golf course. Now it's a golf course. Now I have to change the resorts. Okay? But I have a reason why that is the right thing to do. And I have a right to do it. If I didn't, I shouldn't spend $3 million so far. Okay? And, a lot of people say, oh, big resort doesn't fit in here. But think of it as, you'll be passing by the Sand Canyon Road. You are not going to see any of that at all. It's all hidden inside. Okay, it's far away from Sand Canyon Road, and you're not going to see the property at all. And if you see it, oh, it's a beautiful piece of, resorts there, okay? And, adding to the Sand Canyon Road, of course, we have traffic studies being done, and they done about 14 different top 25 resorts around Southern California. Okay, when you go to resort, what time do you check in? Let me ask you, what is your check-in time? Mid-afternoon. Okay, what time you check out in the morning? Mid-morning. No one wake up all in the morning, try to check out during the peak hours. No one want to check in when peak hours at night. Okay? And also when you go to resort, how long you stay? At least 2, 3, 4 days. That's what resorts are all about. When it is all amenity, they just want to be there. They got enough things to do. They don't want to go around. Why they drive around? Okay? So the number of traffic, the cars go in and out. It'll be very few during the day, okay? And they're talking about is Sand Canyon Road, and resort become a bothering to fire evacuation. But think of it. When there's a fire, if the resort gets, what could they worry about? If the fire gets really big, and then there's like Highway 14 get blocked for a few days. Do they sit and worry, or they just pack it and leave? They pick and leave. They got nothing. When there's a case, worry about, they just pack and leave. Okay? But the residents, what they do, they sit at the last minute until the fire departments, okay, alarm them, hey, you got to evacuate. So timings are totally different. And we are not going to add the traffic to the Sand Canyon Road because the timings are different. They just pack a bag and leave. I tell them, pack a bag and leave. Okay? Why are you here? You come back later. And, lack of water. In Santa Clara, it's very different. When I went to the SCB water, they got so much reserve. I guess water reserve coming from the, lake, all that, the lake towers and all that. They got too much water. In any droughts, they don't have to worry about the waters. Okay? So all I have to do, just put a meter on. That's what they told me. There's plenty of water resources. And business violative concerns. A lot of people saying is, hey, Steve Kim, you don't even know how to run the restaurants. How are you going to, please listen, please, okay? Please, Claudius, let me talk. When I first took over the golf course, people's complaining about is, whenever they come to having a dinner, we are closed. Of course, we have a lot of events. Okay? So we're not open enough. So, okay, well, let's try to open 7 days a week. So after fixing up the resorts, all the clubhouse, we open literally 7 days a week. We ran a special. We had the karaoke night, Korean barbecue night. We got seafood nights, and so many things. I brought the new exec chef. You know what happens? I got three chefs in the kitchen. I got 3 servers there. You know how many people show up in average? About a dozen. How much they spend for a dozen people? $300. I'm a businessman. I've really heard this is a beautiful restaurant, not many people visiting. Okay? So I have to close down because I want to break even. I want to, so close down to 2 nights, Thursday and Friday. Even 2 nights, sometimes I have to close it down. You know why? Because when there's event, you want to say no? Okay? And some people saying, hey, Steve, you don't know how to run the business. Come on. How you run the business by having nothing out of garage, built a company, about 350 people. Literally out of nothing, I built 1,000 people company. It was a fast-growing company in the industry. There's a lot of competing companies. Always there are new products, quality service, everything. Okay? I still get people making say, hey, you don't know how to do this. How are you going to run a resort like that? I'm not going to run it, okay? I'm too old for that. But I know how to hire the good people. Okay? I bring so much money onto that. Don't you think with this experience, I'm 7 years old, don't know how to hire the right people? If it's wrong, I got to make change, sometimes make mistakes. How I can prove what I've done. So that's why I written a book, American Dream. Because I cannot explain what I've done. I came here with bare hands, okay, with no money. I become an engineer. No one in the Southern California has started 2 successful startups, okay? Make many people rich, many people happy. I'm still the legacy. Don't you think I can build it and make it successful, make it viable? You think I'm trying to make money for this? I got enough for it. This is my passion. This is my legacy, okay? Anyway, I said enough, and I don't want to hear the same questions if you have. Please don't. I want to have a good night tonight. Yes. Good questions.
This property can't be more than half a mile from the freeway. It's
about 1 mile.
Yeah. So if the bridge over the river were widened to 2 lanes in each direction, and the railroad underpass was widened to 2 lanes in each direction, it seems to me that would go a long way toward alleviating the concerns of the people who live further up the canyon about traffic and about fire evacuation. And they can, because they're further up, they can have their horses and the peace and quiet and all the things that they like, and the traffic problem will be limited to this area because it's close to the freeway. Now, maybe the city should pay for this infrastructure, or maybe you should pay for it as a condition of your permit, but one way or the other, wouldn't this be a good idea?
Again, let me tell you about the traffic situation. Of course, traffic study will show, okay? And, imagine when you have the 400 rooms, during the week, every daily trips for people going in and out, because they stay for 2-3 nights, at least. You should say about 200 cars going in, 200 cars going out during the day, okay? Not in the peak hours in the morning or at night. I told you about that, okay? So if you just go there during the day on Sand Canyon roads, I go there all the time. There's very few cars. So we are not adding to the bottleneck. The bottleneck right now is early in the morning. People want to get around to the plus area, okay? We have nothing to do with it. All right? I mean, you just try it out. Think about this analogy. Let's say we got each minute, it's about a mile away from the Soledad to the Robbins Ranch Road. Can you please?
We can't be here all night, Steve. It's like...
I'm answering questions. I know you're going to ask the same questions.
You're trying to bully us.
Please. Okay? Can you nice to me tonight? Anyway, so if you think about every 1 minute per car going in, 1 minute per car going out. 1 hour, there's 60 cars going in and out during the day. Can you notice it? Can you notice it? 1 minute car going in and out, okay? Think about it, okay?
Steve, you've said some things tonight and you've said some things in the press that I think need to be corrected because they're just factually not true. One, tonight you said you have the right to do this. Those were your words. You don't have the right to do this. You have asked for the biggest zone change in the history of Santa Clarita to make this happen. You've said that it's going to be a done deal by the end of this year. That's not factually true. And you've said you're going to break ground April 2020. And why you do that is because you want us to stop the fight, and we're not going to. Okay, this is not going to happen.
Anyway, it's just really up to you. If I told the city, don't do this at the beginning, I wouldn't spend 2 years or $3 million. Okay? In the end, that's where city council, we're going to tell. Okay? I don't know about the legality. Okay? We'll see.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Isn't there a project already approved that's going on Sand Canyon? Vista something?
There's a Vista Canyon projects.
You were saying that we need this in this area, but they've already approved at Vista Canyon a hotel, a theater, condominiums. They already have approved.
But that's again, I don't know what happened, the history of it, but it's again, business hotel to the resorts are totally different animal.
Right.
Okay? Yes. And also Vista Canyons, I don't know. Again, I am proposing mine and let them decide. Vista Canyon, they're not going to get off the Sand Canyon Road, okay? They're just getting off that previous exit. You don't even see it.
I'm not talking about your project.
Okay, all right.
Again, you asking the people. I'm not the right people to ask, please. Okay? Who else?
Mr. Kim.
They call me Steve, okay?
Mr. Kim.
Steve.
My name is Bob. I've lived in here for about 30 years. All of us have been living here a long time. We moved here specifically for the zoning and ability to live our lives. I have been jealous and I respect you of your money and your brains, but it doesn't belong here and you can't make that you respect.
Well, I hear you numerous times, but, again, I can tell you the answers. At the same time, there is many people want this too. Okay? No, I mean, here, you'll find out. Okay? You'll find out. Okay? All right.
Can you state your name?
My name is Jasmine Foster, and I moved to Sand Canyon before I was old enough to drink. And I've been here for 40 years. I raised my children here, and I work here. To address the traffic situation is not a Sand Canyon Resort issue. If you tried to get into the canyon this morning, it would take you 40 minutes from Vaughn's. That is a city of Santa Clarita issue that has existed and should be addressed by the city of Santa Clarita. The resort, obviously I'm in favor of it. I've lived here a long time. My kids have all moved away. There's nothing going on in Santa Clarita. Your home values have not increased over the years. And I've been here long enough to see the people who have been against the Mormon church on the corner of Sand Canyon and Condor Ridge. Oh, the noise, the weddings, our Sundays will be ruined. It's very quiet, isn't it? Same thing with Robinson Ranch at the time. My backyard backed up to it. Nobody wanted it. Everybody loved it. Change is difficult for everybody, especially us older folks. We don't like change. But this is a change that I'm in favor of. It's for the future. It doesn't impact those living in Sand Canyon. I moved there for the same reason. It's not going to impact you. Hogan, it's going to impact you. You know what's going to impact you? Vista Canyon. You're on the corner. And Vista Canyon took 10 years. There's still not a whole lot going on there. Let's not hold this up for 10 years. It's a good idea. Mr. Kim is a good man. He's not here trying to bamboozle anybody. I don't know you personally, Steve, but I believe in your mission. And I really would like this project to go through.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
That I can do. A few things. One, first and foremost, address you. It's not an issue of the bridge, the Trusted Crossing, and the overpass. And the two-lane highway. That's the big issue. With respect to you, no offense, but this is a special standards district that has been established. In essence, basically, the precedent has been set prior to the city of Santa Clarita being incorporated, to the extent that the city of Santa Clarita had embraced the special standard, which was clearly established in the general plan and the land use element that recognized Sand Canyon as a unique village. Not Newhall, not Saugus, not Valencia, not Santa Clarita, Sand Canyon. Sand Canyon is an NU, low density, residential, rural, equestrian oriented. The reason you don't see horses on Sand Canyon is, as the Trails Committee chair for the Sand Canyon Homeowners Association, I have for 15 years, as Ruth Ann can attest, been struggling trying to get the Sand Canyon Trail completed so that at least there's a spline on Sand Canyon to move north and south. East and west is a little bit different. There's trails on the east side, which I abut. I literally physically have my 5 acres abutting your back door. And I'll be looking at your 250, 350 rooms, and they'll be looking at me. There's 458 acres of Angeles National Forest that I have direct access to, and if you took the time to visit our area, you'd see horses. If you don't see horses, you'd see their entrails or their lead behinds, okay? We are an active equestrian community. The question I really have for you is, you put up there, and we've had this conversation, pony rides and horseback riding, okay? part of the special standards district is in terms of enhancing, promoting, and maintaining, which in my mind is encouraging the rural equestrian character. When I asked you, what trails are you anticipating through your property that abuts to this 458 square miles of wilderness, which is available for equestrian purposes? You tell me horses and golf don't mix. I've been here 20 odd years, here when Hunter Green and Robinson Ranch first started, and I've been for 20 years associated literally next door with all the golf balls breaking my windows and roof tiles that I've accepted, okay, that there is a way to make it work. My question is, what provisions are you anticipating accommodating the equestrian lifestyle?
Again, when you had the Robinson Ranch Golf Course 36 holes, there's no equestrian or horseback trails. You can sit right next to Robinson Ranch Road. You can sit next to the golf course where balls flying in and out. It wasn't there, okay? It wasn't there. I just converting the 9 holes where there's no equestrian trails there, just putting the resorts. Why are you asking me to add the, 12 feet wide, the equestrian trails next to the resorts? I don't have a room for it.
On your east property line that abuts the Angeles National Forest, when they built the Robinson Ranch or Hunter Green, Robinson Ranch dedicated a 12-foot wide trail.
But why wasn't there when they built the golf course? I don't know the history, but I'm looking from golf course 9 holes. There's an equestrian, okay? And why you want me to say there's going to be something?
It's a matter of respecting.
What do you mean matter of? Do you respect me? Do you respect me? There's no one's riding. I don't see anybody riding the horses, okay?
Don't argue with him.
I mean, you're talking about
ask a question,
for
but
numerous
don't
times.
argue with him.
We got another question back here.
State your name.
Hi, I'm Diane Wilson. I've lived here 32 years. Can you hear me?
Talk real close to the microphone. And
I'm concerned, you said that the golf course didn't succeed. I'm very concerned that a hotel couldn't succeed. 397 rooms you have to fill. I've been to many of the competing resorts. You suggest there isn't one in LA County. Terranea is 32 miles from downtown. When you go to Terranea, you can play oceanfront golf. You can play tennis looking over the ocean, and you can whale watch. You look at Catalina at dinner time. You can go down and walk in the tide pools. People who come to resorts, and I've been to many of those resorts, Aviara in Carlsbad and the Ojai Valley Inn, they have ambiance. They have a setting, beautiful weather, and they have amenities that people want to go visit. People can play golf, tennis, go to a spa at any resort. But what else do you have? People come to California from the Midwest during the snow season because they want to see the ocean and be around nice Southern California weather. So how are you going to compete?
Anyway.
Are you reduce your prices or what?
No. Please, you didn't listen to me in my presentation. I've been Terranea. It has ocean view, beautiful. It only have a 9-hole golf course. Okay, small hole. No, the next one is a Trump National, 18, that doesn't belong there. Some people go for ocean, okay? Some people go for the golf. Some people come for horseback riding. If you go to Terranea, did you see any kids-friendly things there? I don't see any, just adult pools and more for others. Again, if you look at $10 million people living in Southern California, when I was living in LA, I tell you my experience, I couldn't book the Ohio Valley Inn. They're far away. Try to book in Ohio Valley this weekends. Please try it. Okay? You think that I bring all this? You don't think I'm a businessman? Don't think about how this could be success? Have $100 million to it? Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. That's none of your business. I'll make it happen.
Is it alive? Okay. I got a question. This is the most boring canyon in the whole world.
I'm sorry?
This is the most boring canyon in the whole world. We don't have Disneyland. We got Magic Mountain, which is pathetic. Why would anybody in their right mind want to come here?
That's why we want to create something. Have their interest.
Mr. Kim, you're offering swimming pool, spa, tennis, and whatever. That's a beautiful thought. It really is. But wouldn't it be a beautiful thought to put some homes, schools, maybe a small clinic in case of emergencies? Wouldn't that be a better idea? And also the golf course, instead of crowding us out. If we allow this, by God's good grace, it won't go through. But if we allow this, we're opening Pandora's box and we're not going to get it back in. Also, I heard a rumor, no insult, not at all, to anybody, and it's just a rumor, about bringing Korean pregnant women to have their babies here.
Gosh.
A rumor, and no
You know
insult.
what? I hear that. Someone mentioned I bring the Korean people through the Vista Canyon Road. Okay? I live here. Okay? I made it, so many Americans made a lot of money. They're good for it. Are you still discriminating about Korean? Is that what he's saying? Why do I have so many good people working here? Why want to have a Korean pregnant woman come here and work?
Well, you know what? I'm not, like I said, it was a rumor, and no disrespect.
I mean, that's the thing is, really, I feel so embarrassed.
You know what? And like I said,
Okay?
no disrespect.
I don't see you. I would like to really respect you. I like to, you have some dignity in your life. Okay?
Mr. Kim,
I don't know whoever spread that kind of rumor.
I don't know who spread it. I
Anyway,
honestly don't.
Again,
I'm just
that's the
pointing it out
really
to you.
sad reality. What's happening right now?
Yes.
Okay? Who's opposing this furiously by creating a group called the Stop the Sand Canyon Resort. Okay? Anyway, I hear yours. God will tell what's going to happen. Okay? I put my forward. I'm an honest person. Okay? I'm really doing this for the community. I hope you believe that. I'm an honest person. Please, stop it. How you create the rumors? I know the last meeting, someone saying is, hey, you want to have a lot of Korean people come and work for because we have the train stations? Of course, if you're a good person, I want to bring it in. Why not? Give them the same equal opportunities. Don't ever mention about discriminatory words. Okay? Don't ever do that. Okay? Think about yourself. This is a legacy you create for your children. It's your children, job for your children. We're all getting old. Okay? I'm 70 years old. Think about your legacy for your children for the future. Things are changing. You talk about 30 years ago. 30 years ago, today is a totally different world. When I was 30 years in Korea, there's nothing. It's the most one of the flourishing country right now. 30 years. Okay? Now you don't want to see anything change after 30 years. Poor Santa Clarita grown 10 times. Okay?
Mr. Kim, I have to say that I personally, and I'm sure there are others, respect you for what you have done. I really mean that.
Thank
because
you.
you have achieved the American dream, and that should be denied to no one.
Sure.
And by God's good grace, other people will. But people are really concerned. Why does it have to be a resort?
Again, when we had this Robbins Ranch Country Club, there's a fierce opposition. It took 5 years to go through. Many people come in enjoying it. There's a Mormon church on the street. Okay? There's a fierce opposition. It couldn't happen. I know you guys had a meeting there as staff opposition. Is it irony? You had a meeting there, the place you opposed that fiercely? Again, think of it. Things change. Everybody has a different opinion. Okay? And God will tell what's going to be. And you'll see later on, 5-10 years. Okay? If I don't believe it's the right thing, why am I doing this? I don't have to this. Okay? Okay? Anyway.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions?
Thank you. I think I told enough.
Oh, maybe one more question. Let's take one more. Wait for the mic, please.
I will talk close. But Mr. Kim, maybe it's a statement, but you speak a lot of respect, that we should respect you. I've had several meetings with you, and we've continued to bring up traffic. We continue to bring up open space. What you said tonight's the same thing you've said.
Well, that's what same
along.
thing.
Well, just a second, please. So respect us a little bit. You're coming into this community, and you're making changes in our lives. You need to respect us, please. You need to listen to us.
I respect you.
And you need to try to do something. You've never mitigated anything. You've simply continued to shove the same things down our throats.
If there's all the technical studies done, you're going to see the EIR draft. If there's any single technical issues for violating the EIR or create some EIR concerns, then there should be a mitigation measure. That's why I spend so much money to have everything ready so for your review. It's not just you, everybody in Santa Clarita, okay? So I didn't say, I respect your concern, and I respect your drawings, and I respect your, fire evacuation. I try to explain to you my analogy, okay? But you saying over and over again, what should I do? I don't say anything.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'm just responding to every time again and again. You're saying the same thing to me.
We know that we asked Mr. Kim to come into the Lion's Den here, and I think we've gone through this, and we're kind of talking in circles about now. Come on, guys, give him a little bit of applause, a little help.
Thank
you very much for showing up, Mr. Kim.